Now from Hong Kong, Donald Trump painted China as an adversary on a whole raft of issues. What is the reaction in the region there? What might change under a President Biden?
Well, at this hour, we are still awaiting official response from Beijing. Look, the U.S. President Donald Trump has yet to concede, so Chinese President Xi Jinping has yet to issue a statement. That being said, we have been closely monitoring and following state-run media in China, and it's been interesting. They have been signaling a sort of note of cautious optimism in response to Joe Biden's victory in the elections in the United States. In fact, a number of news outlets in China expressing hope that Joe Biden would be able to somehow stabilize this rocky relationship between these two world powers. One nationalist tabloid in China, the Global Times, even said that it believed that Biden's win will usher in a, quote, buffering period during this time of rocky relations. Let's bring up the editorial for you, saying, quote, Biden is expected to appoint more professional officials to his diplomatic team, and so it will be possible for U.S.-China tensions to take a brief timeout. Now, it's interesting, another op-ed that we were taking a look at is from the state-run China Daily, which acknowledged that, there is bipartisan pressure in the U.S. to continue to be tough on China, but that there could be improved relations, writing this: improved ties with China may not be a policy option for U.S. politicians of either party at the point, but nor is it a priority consideration, but managing it certainly should be a prime concern. The question then is where to start. The answer appears to be obvious: trade. Reviving the trade talks is critical to restore some understanding and trust in China-U.S. relations. Now, Michael, look, the tension between the U.S. and China will continue to simmer. This is a critical moment in U.S.-China ties. We are at a point of unprecedented friction between these two world powers that we haven't seen since the establishment of diplomatic relations during the Nixon era on a number of fronts. And that's why the stakes are so high. China's been watching this very closely. Back to you.
Speaking of which, in Hong Kong, where you are, the pro-democracy movement hasn't exactly had the unbridled support of the Trump administration. What do people there, where you are, hope to see from President Biden?
Well, they're not expecting to see a rollback, let's say, the reestablishment of normal trade relations or normal trading status. That is not expected at all. You're right. There have been a number of activists in Hong Kong, also elsewhere, who have been very pro-Donald Trump. They saw Donald Trump as being hard on China. They welcomed his tough policies, tough on trade, tough on tech, sanctioning Chinese officials and Hong Kong officials for what's happened here in the territory. That being said, those were not the actions of Donald Trump, but of foreign policy experts and of congressmen and lawmakers in the United States. But there has been a sigh of relief in Hong Kong and across China. The end of this chaotic form of policy is over. People looking forward to a reset in relations that can only be a positive for diplomatic relations as well as for economic growth. Back to you.
Great analysis, as always. Thanks so much, Kristie Lu Stout. Appreciate it.